How's the replacement alternate search?
We've had a lot of good applicants. We're ready to forward all the applications to our committee for review.
Nice.
I was going to say, like, did you do like a blue or a purple?
No, it's just I just left the tone.
Right.
So you guys have like this.
So you're like a blue. I bet that like the white kind of pulls differently, right?
A lot of comments. I should have been. 0.5 comments when
Right. We could have.
years ago.
And I gotta fill out my bracket, so.
Okay, well.
Can't forget to do that.
All right, we'll go ahead and get started. Looks like Lauren is going to lead us in the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, it looks like we have a full quorum, and are there any conflicts of interest?
No.
Okay. Approval of minutes for the February 18th Planning Commission meeting. Do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes for February 18th, 2026.
Second.
We have a motion by Heather, a second by Forrest. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. I'm going to read the procedure for a public hearing. The purpose of the public comment policy is to allow citizens to address items on the agenda. Citizens requesting to address the commission will be asked to complete a written comment form and present it to the Deputy City Recorder. In general, the chair will allow an individual 3 minutes and a spokesperson 5 minutes. This policy applies to all public hearings. Item 4.1, review and consider preliminary approval of a subdivision plat for Pod 7 in the South Hills amended and restated master development agreement.
Thank you. And as we discussed in our work meeting, I'll just do one presentation for all three subdivision pods. They're all within the South Hills Master Development Agreement, which is one of our older agreements that the city has been administrating and working with Wasatch Commercial for a number of years in the south end of the valley. However, we will require, of course, 3 separate public hearings and 3 separate motions from the commission on these items. So this is just the general vicinity, obviously just in our South Hills area of our city. This is an image that was shared just this afternoon by the applicant, who can speak to this and maybe highlight a few things that they want to draw your attention to. This was not in your packet. This is the land use master plan that was negotiated between the applicant and you and the city council over the last couple of years. As you know, this developer has been also constructing water tanks to build the water infrastructure that's needed to facilitate this development. And I don't know if our applicant can address any of the timeline on that, but it is getting very, very close to completion. So we have 3 different pods or phases within this project. It's Pod 7, Pod 16, and Pod 17. In your packet, we have a series of recommended conditions. And I apologize that this is more wordy than I think what we typically have been seeing on subdivisions. And that is, again, because this development agreement does allow the developer to come to the Planning Commission midway through the development review process. It's challenging in one way that we obviously have some remaining items that we need to address and work with the developer. I believe that these are items that the developer has accepted, and we will be working on these red lines. However, If there are anything that they question or challenging, they should identify that tonight. Because obviously, we're recommending that these are conditions of approval. The good thing about allowing the commission to look at this midstream is that if you do see a concern, obviously there is some flexibility still in working with the developer. If you identify something in the layout, that's something that they could consider as they move forward from here to the final engineering review with the city. So all three of these pods have pretty similar comments. Most of these are engineering. And again, Josh Peterson from our engineering department can answer if you have any particular questions about some of these recommendations from the staff. Any questions from me at this point in time? Okay. And again, it would be appropriate to hear from the applicant before conducting the public hearing comments. And also for the record, we have not received any public comments relative to this project. As you might expect, because this area is so raw, so green, when we sent out the notices, it was not that many because we're noticing basically vacant property owners around the property. So, okay.
Okay, if the applicant has anything they want to add?
Hello, my name is Leif Smith with Wasatch. Thank you for reviewing this tonight. I just thought your history, knowledge of this, you've been a part of it, most of you, for many years. It'd just be cool to see a status update, also for the public, if anybody's watching or reviews afterwards. So as you're driving south on Mountain View, right before Porter Rockwell, there's a deceleration lane that you can see a little bit there, and then you turn into the South Hills development. The pods being reviewed this evening are the first three right around the entry. Pod 7 in blue, the entry in and out of that, you actually go up the Backbone Road and enter that from up on the hillside. But 16 and 17 are the first two you can turn into in South Hills. Right as you turn in, there'll be about $2 million that will have been spent on landscaping, signs, lights, fencing, what are called gabion baskets, the rock-filled metal structures will be lining the road as you turn in, a few hundred trees and shrubs, and then a waterfall coming down right at the entry. So it's intended to be this really nice, luxurious development. With that, pod 16, 17 are intended for townhome use, but they will be luxury townhomes. 17 will be all single unit townhomes, so we're still calling them townhomes because they're going to have the same shape and look as a townhome, but they are detached, and then the rest are all duplexes. The majority of them are duplexes. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it's about 40 singles and the rest duplex. We're the same company developer that did the Soleil Lofts apartments further north of here, which is a luxury apartment. Our intent is to kind of just have the next level up of that be these luxury townhomes. 16 will have a mix of duplex, triplex, quadplex. That is intended to be built by Hawkstone and Norwal luxury home builder, who's currently building the two model homes further up the road. So both pods will be a luxury product. And we're even setting something up with Soleil Lofts where if you sign a lease of whatever length, you can opt to have an add-on to that at the end of your lease, you'll have paid for your down payment for your townhome in pod 17 at a discount. So I just thought it'd be cool to share some of that info with you, even if it wasn't super relevant for tonight, just to kind of share the progress we've been making.
There was a slide on sorry, I got a quick question. Pod 17. I think there was a slide on those, if we could, I just had a quick question, I was just curious. Yeah, the other way on the. One more, yeah, right there. I'm just curious why those roads are not connecting. Is there a reason you wouldn't want to have those connect that are, you know where I'm looking at right there? It's right off from Mountain View. You have your first row of townhomes, and then you have your roads there, and they're not connecting to one another. Is there a reason?
Is it grade?
Is it grade, or is it, yeah, what's the, I'm just curious.
I'm not positive, but it's something along the lines of that we didn't want it to be
A long
throughway
thoroughfare.
where
Yeah.
everyone's using it to
Cut
go
through
to
and
and from. You've got people, you know, driving and using that as the access in and out instead of the main road, so that being a townhome community and private roads, often these become people's, you know, common space and backyards and kids playing and riding bikes and things.
That's
And we
fair.
wanted that to be more of a area that could be used for that and not have to always worry about cars coming back and forth.
I think that's a fair point. If you look at the one clear to the, I guess, to the west there, they might have a whole lot of traffic coming through there if the one far to the east, all those units east of there were connected, so that's fair.
On that
comment. I
point,
like that.
on that point, they are connected though for pedestrians?
Correct.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I did notice the pedestrians were
Yeah,
connected.
pedestrian, and we're also.
I'm only worried about cars. I don't.
I know
I'm
you do.
kidding. I don't know. I'm teasing.
Yeah,
I'm teasing.
pedestrian access, and in addition to that, I didn't mention that there's a walking trail along Mountain View there. That'll be landscaped very nicely and stuff that will then connect over by the waterfall. That connects through the whole development over into the neighboring development, Panorama. We're working with the city and Wendy on that design as well, and the trails will all connect to the Harriman Trail System and the Bonneville Shoreline Trail.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing.
We'll have to do 3 separate ones, so you want to
Oh,
clarify?
we're on 4.1, so
Yeah.
we'll open the hearing.
Oh, okay.
Open the public hearing for 4.1. Okay, motion to close the public hearing.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Adam, second by Heather, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then we'll go ahead and a motion on this item. Unless there's further discussion.
Can we go to the requirements, the list of conditions on here? There you go. Thank you.
It's not this one.
Yeah, pod 7.
Oh, was it?
4.1.
Yeah,
Pod
this
seven.
is pod 7.
Sorry. It is this one. There's 3.
If there's no discussion, I'll make a motion to approve item 4.1 with staff's recommendations as outlined right here.
I'll second it.
Okay, so a motion by Andy, a second by Adam. Andy?
Yes.
Preston?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Forrest?
Yes.
And Brody?
Yes.
All right, so that passes. Item 4.2, review and consider approval of a preliminary subdivision plat for Pod 16. And I think we've had our presentation by Michael. Does the applicant want to add anything to this one?
I would just add for this one, I would just restate that this will likely be built by Hawkstone Norwal Luxury Homes. And Pod 17 and this one would begin construction this year. So we would hopefully start having units by the end of the year, so these would be moving pretty quickly. And if you looked at the Norwal, is their mid-level luxury, and Hawkstone's their high-end. If you looked at their websites or stuff like that, if you wanted to get an idea of kind of their style of build, these will also be very high-end luxury and really beautiful townhomes, not just the same box repeated over and over again.
Thank you. Okay. Do you want to do a discussion and then I'll open the public hearing? Do we have anything?
Do a public hearing, then discussion.
Okay, yeah, okay, so we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Okay, motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Adam, second by Heather. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then discussion or motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 4.2 with staff's recommendations.
Second.
A motion by Heather, a second by Forrest. Brody?
Yes.
Forrest?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Preston?
Yes.
And Andy?
Yes.
Item 4.3, review and consider approval of a preliminary subdivision plat for Pod 17. And does the applicant have anything to add to this one? Thank you. Okay, we'll go ahead and open the public hearing. Okay, motion to close.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, and then discussion or motion?
I'll make a motion to approve item 4.3 with staff's recommendations.
Second.
Is that Forrest?
Yeah.
Okay, so motion by Heather, second by Forrest. Andy?
Yes.
Preston?
Yes.
Adam?
Yes.
Heather?
Yes.
Forrest?
Yes.
And Brody?
Yes.
Okay. All right, Chair and Commission comments? None? Okay. Future meetings, the next City Council meeting will be March 25th, and the next Planning Commission meeting will be April 1st. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Well done.